Rising from the edge of the Sahara Desert, the pyramids of Giza dominate the horizon, exactly as they have for more than 4,500 years. The Great Pyramid is a staggering assembly of roughly 2.3 million limestone blocks. Deep inside the internal chambers, the builders utilized solid granite stones weighing as much as 80 tons each. This entire monument was quarried, moved, and stacked using human effort alone. The engineers of the era worked without iron tools, pulleys, or wheels. Because the physical evidence seemed impossible to explain with Bronze Age tools, for centuries people relied on myths involving slave armies, lost civilizations, or supernatural aid. However, modern archaeology reveals a reality centered on coordination and innovation. The pyramid was the result of a highly sophisticated ancient supply chain. Excavations near the construction site have uncovered organized settlements designed to house a massive labor force. The remains of large-scale bakeries and specialized barracks indicate a skilled workforce of laborers and engineers. These workers were well-fed and organized into rotating teams, supported by a state-run logistics system. In ancient Egyptian belief, the pharaoh was a divine figure whose tomb served as a gateway to join the gods in the afterlife. Contributing to this monument was a religious obligation, a form of national service that also provided economic security through guaranteed food rations. This entire national mobilization was driven by the authority of Pharaoh Khufu. The engine of the project was not forced punishment, but rather a highly coordinated, state-supported mobilization of citizens. Maintaining this workforce required complex, long-distance transport. While the outer limestone was quarried nearby, the 80-ton granite blocks had to be brought from Aswan, hundreds of kilometers to the south. The builders utilized the annual Nile flood season to solve this. Every year, the river expanded its banks, creating temporary waterways that reached the edge of the desert plateau. Transport boats used these expanded channels to deliver heavy stones directly to the construction site, bypassing miles of difficult desert terrain. We have documentary proof of these river supply lines from the diary of Marer, a workforce inspector who recorded his team's daily deliveries of stone to the Giza site. By timing their shipments with the natural rise of the river, the builders converted a seasonal flood into a temporary industrial transit system capable of moving thousands of tons of material. Once the blocks arrived on land, crews faced the challenge of dragging them across sand on wooden sledges without the use of wheels. To reduce friction, workers poured water over the sand directly in front of the sledge runners. This altered the surface tension of the sand, making it easier to drag the massive blocks toward the pyramid base. Moving the stones across the plateau was only the first step. Raising millions of blocks up the sides of the structure as it grew taller required a second engineering solution. Builders likely used a system of ramps made from mud brick and limestone chips. These ramps, whether straight, zigzagging, or circular, were constantly modified and extended as the pyramid rose, requiring continuous planning and adaptation. The builders overcame extreme physical limits through the use of applied physics and flexible infrastructure. The scale of the project did not sacrifice accuracy. The massive base is almost perfectly level, and the four sides rise at a consistent angle to create a nearly symmetrical form. This precision extends to the orientation of the monument, which is aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal directions of north, south, east, and west. Inside, the builders had to account for millions of tons of stone bearing down directly on the king's chamber. To protect the room, they engineered a system of massive granite relieving blocks. These structures were designed to catch the immense weight and redirect it outward, away from the chamber ceiling. The structure is more than a pile of rocks. It is a masterclass in spatial orientation and load-bearing engineering. This massive operation served a functional purpose. The pyramid itself was an engineered gateway intended to ensure the eternal life of a ruler considered divine. Today, the pyramid shows its weathered core, but it was originally covered in smooth white casing stones that reflected the sunlight with a brilliant finish. Identifying the use of ramps, the river transport, and organized labor does not diminish its wonder. Instead, it proves the absolute limits of what could be achieved with Bronze Age tools and knowledge. The Great Pyramid remains a testament to human coordination and determination, a monument built not through magic, but through the extraordinary power of collective effort and imagination.